Tears of the Kingdom is absolutely huge, and as well as Hyrule to explore, we've got the sky and the depths, and all this means the Zelda team have hidden loads of Easter eggs and secrets in the game for us to find. Well, today I'm going to cover some of the things you may not know about the Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Well, if you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing down below and hitting that notification bell to never miss an update. Plus, stay tuned to the end of the video to find out about some exclusive channel membership features available to you today. Well, the Zelda series is full of history, and Tears of the Kingdom may be the most jam-packed game of them all when it comes to secrets and references of past games. Now, without further delay, let's dive into some of the things that you may not know about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Well, first of all, we've got one Guardian left. So Guardians, they were an absolute menace in Breath of the Wild and made exploring Hyrule a nerve-wracking affair. However, much of the Sheikah technology has gone from Tears of the Kingdom, but there is one Guardian left, and you can find it on top of the Hateno Ancient Tech Lab. There's a deactivated Guardian up there, plus you'll also find a Korok hiding up there too. Well, next up we've got classic Paraglider. So Tears of the Kingdom provides Link with the Paraglider much like in Breath of the Wild. However, it has a different look and feel, and you can also find fabrics all over the game to give the Paraglider different looks. But you can find one to give it its classic look and feel, and you'll need to go back to the Great Plateau and climb up onto the old Temple of Time, near to where you met the Spirit of King Rome in Breath of the Wild. And there you're going to find a chest containing the nostalgic fabric, and then you can use this fabric with your Paraglider for that classic Breath of the Wild feel. Well, next up we got naked Concequences. So Link can remove most of his clothes at any given time, but did you know there's unique dialogue options for Link when he's nearly naked? You know, most of the NPCs in the game are confused by Link's lack of clothing. However, someplace in the game, the consequences are much more serious. For example, if you manage to get into Gerudo Town while not wearing any clothes, Link will get thrown out of the town. Also, if Link takes off his clothes while in Gerudo Town, then he's going to get thrown in jail, of course, until he puts his clothes back on. Well, next up we got the Divine Beast's helms. From the move to Breath of the Wild to Tears of the Kingdom, all the Sheikah tech has gone, including the Divine Beasts themselves. However, Link can find the Divine Beast's helms. Now, if you wear one of these Divine Beast helms, then you speak to a sage related to that Divine Beast champion, then they're going to be wearing the same helm, plus also you've got a stat increase on your helm as well. Next up we got cooking tunes. So when Link cooks, he whistles themes from previous Zelda games. That includes Zelda's Lullaby, Epona's Song, we've got the Ballad of the Goddess and Kass's theme as well. So try cooking and see if you can recognise the songs from past Zelda adventures. Well, next up we got reviving Ultrahand. So Ultrahand is probably one of the most groundbreaking features of the game that we've seen since, well, Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. You know, Ultrahand has been seen before, although it was in a slightly different form. Nintendo, at its heart, is a toy company, and they released the original Ultrahand in real-life version back in the 1960s. Essentially, this is an arm extender that allows you to pick up something that is out of reach. Next up, we got the return to Link's house. So in Breath of the Wild, there was a quest to get a house in Hateno Village, and in Tears of the Kingdom, we can find it and we can visit. It looks like in the time between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, Zelda has moved in. So there's familiar photos on the wall, and if you've got save data from the Champion's Ballad from Breath of the Wild DLC, then you're going to see a group shot of the champions all together. Also, if you go down near the well near Link's house, you're going to find Zelda's secret study, which has Link's hairband, and also a diary entry on how to find the champion's leathers in Tears of the Kingdom. Well, next up we got Ascend Origins. So Ascend is another fantastic feature of Tears of the Kingdom. This one started out life as a developer tool. Given the depths and caves Link could find himself throughout in the game. Nintendo's developer team needed a quick way to get out back to the surface of Hyrule, and Ascend was their way of doing this, without the need of finding an exit and getting back to the surface. Well, the developers thought it was so much fun that they decided to keep it into the game as a feature for all players. Well, next up we got Shrines and Lightroots, so exploring the depths can be a nerve-wracking adventure given all the powerful enemies down there. However, did you know that Shrines and Lightroots line up on the map? Every shrine on the surface has a Lightroot in the depths directly below it. Also, under the stables, you're going to find Lionels too. Next up we got the Yiga Clan, so similar to Link being naked and triggering unique dialogue in the game, Link wearing the Yiga armour in various places offers up some interesting dialogue. For example, if you wear the Yiga armour in Kakariko Village, you're going to get unique dialogue, and to be honest, it's not all friendly. Once again, if you wear the Yiga armour in Gerudo Town, you're going to get thrown in jail. Well, next up we got Penn talking about Kass, so the Lucky Clover Gazette quest with Penn, it's one of the best in the game, taking Link all over Hyrule. After this quest though, you can find Penn at Washer's Bluff, and you can have another conversation with Penn, and Penn subtly references Kass. Now, he's not mentioned directly by Penn, but it is the closest we have to a reference to Kass in the game, one of the most popular characters from Breath of the Wild. Well, next up we got climbing in the rain. So one of the trickiest mechanics in Breath of the Wild was the inability to climb in the rain. You'd be trying desperately to get to a new area, you'd be climbing up a huge wall or a mountain, all of a sudden it would rain and Link would fall back down to the ground. Well, in Tears of the Kingdom you can help Link climb in the rain using the froggy armour. You do need to complete all 12 potential princess sightings from the Lucky Clover Gazette. It does take some time, however it is well worth being able to climb in the rain. You can also create sticky elixirs from sticky frogs. Well, next up we got the Champion's Leathers, so Link has plenty of armour and looks in Tears of the Kingdom, but if you want to return to his classic blue attire from Breath of the Wild, then look no further than Hyrule Castle in Tears of the Kingdom. It's entirely possible to get there very early in the game. All you have to do is light 2 torches in Hyrule Castle to reveal the hidden chest. Open up the chest and you're going to find the Champion's Leathers, and this is a great early game piece of armour, plus also a great look too. And if you want to find a full guide for this, you can find it on the channel. Well, next up we got the Shrine of Resurrection, so if you go back to the Great Plateau and explore the Shrine of Resurrection, there's a hidden surprise. This is the original place where Link wakes up in Breath of the Wild, and if you go back to the Shrine of Resurrection, you're going to find an entrance covered with vines. Get inside there to find a healing pool, plus also you're going to find a hole to drop into for a hidden Yiga Clan hideout. They will try and attack you, and if you defeat them, you're going to get rewarded with a new Schema Stone from a Steward construct. There's plenty of secrets hidden on the Great Plateau, so it is well worth going back to find them. And finally today we've got Purah's aging. So Purah is definitely one of the most memorable characters in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. In the first game she's a century-old character trapped in the body of a child due to an aging experiment that has gone wrong. Well, now in Tears of the Kingdom she's a fully grown woman, and that doesn't really match the natural aging of the other characters in the game, given the gap between Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom is only a handful of years. This is because it's not natural aging, she's performing experiments once again. In Lookout Landing you're going to find Purah's diary. This is going to send you off on a quest to find more diary entries, and then in Hateno Village Lab you can read about Purah's latest aging experiment and how she ended up being exactly the right age that she wanted to be. Well, let me know in the comments what you think about the hidden secrets in Tears of the Kingdom, and as always, thank you so much for watching or for listening. Today, this has been the things that you may not know about Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and just some of the great secrets that you can find in the game. Don't forget you can hit that subscribe button down below for even more Zelda content here on Triforce Times. You can also like the video and share the video too, that would really help us out here on the channel. Well, thanks again, I'll see you very soon. Well, this video is brought to you by Triforce Times Backstage. This is available through Patreon or YouTube membership, and you're going to get exclusive benefits, plus you'll be able to go above and beyond to support Triforce Times. Free content is core to Triforce Times, and you can continue to enjoy these videos that you know and love. However, if you want to enjoy the benefits like early access, our community Discord, shoutouts in the credits of videos, content polls and exclusive videos, then select the tier that is right for you and join Triforce Times backstage today. So help me make Triforce Times be even bigger and better, plus you're going to get some added benefits for a small fee every month. Well, thank you for listening, and now it's time to go back to the video.